going on, guys? I'm your host Beau, here to give you guys my thoughts and opinions on anything going on in the world for entertainment. And I'm still very exhausted as it is. It's actually very late. I should be like passed out by now. I'm gonna be going to bed after this video is done. But I just wanted to get my thoughts on something very interesting that's going on with DC. Because earlier today I did a video talking about Cable from Deadpool 2. If you guys have not checked out that video, go check it out. But today we're going to talk about something that's going on with DC. And it's not to do with Justice League, because I got a whole video planned out for that. Because I know that there's some stuff going on there regarding with directors and such. And drama. But we'll talk about all about that in a different video. But today we're going to talk about Aquaman. Because there's been some interesting things that has been going on with Aquaman. Of course, you know, it's filming right now and it's set to be released later in 2018. And James Wan had a few comments to make about the like progress of the shoot, and has brought up some certain things that have gotten my head to scratch for a second. So let's talk about it. So the first thing that he mentioned the progress of the shoot. And it turns out that the underwater scenes were very, very difficult to do. It seems like it's been quite, as they're saying on the article, quite a burden for production. And this is the quote that he says. He said, "It's a very it's a very technically challenging shoot to be on. Working with water and even the drive for wet sequences are very complex. Our equivalent of two people sitting around chatting in the underwater world is super complicated. You have to think about CG with the hair and how their clothing moves, how they are floating, what kind of rig we put them on, and all that stuff." So I can see where he's coming from. I mean, it's a very, very complex thing to do. And you're probably wondering why aren't they just doing green screen? Well, that's what I'm about to talk about right now. It says the article states, "Not only will Aquaman feature plenty of underwater action, but even smaller moments look to take place beneath the waves. While Wan could have simply found ways to shoot these scenes inside structures or on dry land, aka green screen, it seems he's committed to giving the movie an authentic feel. Though CGI will help with some of the small details, Wan made clear that he's trying to avoid computer-generated effects as much as possible. Keeping things practical will certainly add a layer to the DCEU that we've yet to see." So basically, he is pushing practical effects like there's no tomorrow on Aquaman. And this is a quote about that. He says, "That just makes it very difficult and time-sucking and time-challenging to do all of this. So it's not an easy shoot, but hopefully it will pay off in spades down the line." I'm hoping for that too. I hope that Aquaman pays off in the end. And basically, guys, like, what he's saying is that he doesn't want to do CGI because it's already difficult as it is to film underwater and doing all that. He wants to make it authentic. He wants to make it look good. So it's nice to know that he's taking it seriously. You know, it's nice to know he's taking this shoot seriously. And yeah. So this gets me into my next topic, which got me thinking. Let's think about it for a second. What has James Wan directed besides Aquaman? He's directed Furious 7, which was pretty good. He directed Saw. Yeah, sorry, I think I said Shaw. I said Saw. And The Conjuring. Two of those are horror/slasher films. And I believe two of those are rated R. And correct me if I'm wrong here, but I think Saw had practical effects, so I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. I think all these films that he directed so far kind of had practical effects, but Furious 7, I could tell, like, CGI involved. But, basically the point I'm trying to get across to you guys is, do you think it's possible that Aquaman could be rated R? Let's think about it for a second. Think about the director, James Wan. he is known to be a horror director. Okay, that's his style. All right, he's done The Conjuring. He's like the one who basically takes control over the Conjuring universe. He just produced Annabelle Creation, which just came out this weekend, which I heard was actually not that bad. The guy knows horror, and he also finds a way to make it not PG-13ish. Let's say that. Furious 7 is PG-13 because, you know, there's not much you can do there. It's just a bunch of cars. But Aquaman, you can make it rated R, okay? Because what I'm trying to figure out is, what do they mean by practical effects? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, do they mean the action scenes are going to be practical effects? Because if the action scenes are going to be practical effects, then expect brutal action, and maybe that will make it rated R? That's what I'm trying to figure out, because what James Wan basically is stating is that the water scenes are all practical. Like, everything they're going to do is going to be the underwater scenes. They're shooting it literally underwater. There might be CG enhancements there and there, but it's filming underwater. It's not like they're using a green screen or anything. They're a big structure in Hollywood's parking lot. They're filming out in the water or lake, in the water. So that right there is a practical effect. But does it mean that everything else is gonna be practical effects, like the action scenes, the like, you know what I mean? Because, you know, some of the stuff in like, for instance, what was the last comic book movie? Not Spider-Man, Logan. There were some like blood squids and some stuff that was kind of actually practical. Like, some of the claws were like actually there, and you know, there was like blood squids and all this and that. Like, Logan used some practical effects. Aquaman's going to be using a ton of practical effects, according to this article. So it just gets me to wonder, is this film going to be rated R just based on practical effects alone? Or are they just using are they just using a lot of practical effects just strictly for the underwater scenes? Because if that's the case, then it would, yeah, just expect a PG-13 rating. But I don't know. That just got my head scratching. I was just thinking that maybe Aquaman could be rated R. I mean, it's a high possibility, but because, again, we're dealing with a guy like James Wan, who's done Saw and Conjuring, and those are both rated R movies. So, I know he did Furious 7, but, you know, that had to be PG-13. But yeah, it could be. Who knows? It all depends on Warner Brothers. Because if Warner Brothers wants to do rated R, then they'll do rated R. But who knows? Because companies are now getting a little bit more comfortable with doing rated R stuff. We're getting a Hellboy movie that's gonna be rated R. Another Hellboy movie that's coming, and that's gonna be rated R. So maybe Aquaman will be the first DC movie to be rated R. Who knows? But that's basically my thoughts on that. I know it's a long video, but I just want to give you guys my thoughts and speculations of Aquaman potentially being rated R. And you guys let me know, because James Wan saying he's using a lot of practical effects. I'm just saying, and of course his directing style could be rated R, who knows? But you guys let me know in the comment section below. And that is it for my thoughts on Aquaman. I'll try to put out another video on Sunday or Monday talking about, excuse me, Justice League potentially, because I know there's some stuff going on there. And yeah, that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. As always, as we bring these videos, Beau out. See you next time. Peace.